Once again, we are back with our talent from the Crits and Grits web series. Today, we are focusing on Tiger Chaplin. Hey, Tiger, how are we doing today?
Very well, thank you.
All right, Tiger. So, first question is, what kind of got you involved with this project?
Oh, well, I've been playing Dungeons & Dragons since 1980. I've been around for a while. So when the new Pathfinder came over, of course I had to buy it, had to read it, see what was going on with it. And me and the DM, Jimbo, been best friends for almost 20 years. So when the idea, and we've been talking about doing a show for years and years and years, and then finally it just kind of seemed to happen. And next thing you know, I'm sitting opposite of you talking about Dungeons & Dragons, which is awesome because it's the one hobby I've always consistently held in my life. Some guys watch football, some guys are gearheads. I've always liked immersive storytelling, sitting around a table with all my buddies and just shooting the breeze and laughing. It's probably something I'll be doing past the time I go,
Very cool. No, so another question for you, sir, is what is it about the tabletop gaming that you enjoy the most? Like, what is the benefit of this style of hobby?
Well, for me, it's always been about the storytelling and the interactive storytelling. I mean, I can tell you a story right now, but if I get 3 other people to help me tell that story, it's going to be a lot richer. It's going to have more depth, and it's going to be much more fun. And then also, it's a fun way to hang out. Some guys play poker. I play D&D. I love hanging out with my friends, and if we can all get together and do something that we enjoy and laugh, and then there's also one of the things I really enjoy about Dungeons & Dragons is the improv. Coming up with some idea of what to do or how to solve a situation that doesn't come up in normal life because, circumstances are different. So I love the improv aspect of Dungeons & Dragons. It's always appealed to me.
No, that's really awesome. And then finally, we are playtesting the Pathfinder 2nd Edition in this particular web series. What is it about this particular rule set that you like the most?
Ooh, right now it's really early for me to give my blessing. I like what I've seen so far. I like the ancestry. I like what they're doing with that. That works for me. I like the spell casting. And the way they're handling the spell casting with the action points, that makes a lot of sense to me too. But as far as its playability down the line, you're gonna have to ask me that question once we get to the end of the show. Once we get to the end of the show, I'll have a bunch of notes. So far, I like what I see. Character creation's a little tricky at first, but now that I've got it, and I've done it a couple times, I've made like 3 or 4 characters just because for me that's one of the best ways to learn the game is to create a character and then say, oh, what's that rule mean, and then go look it up. So right now I'm enjoying what I'm seeing, but I'm gonna hold off on my blessing until the end, until we see how it all plays out. Because if you remember 4th edition Dungeons and Dragons, at first it seemed brilliant, and then you started playing it and you're like, wow, this sucks. So I want to give Pathfinder the benefit of the doubt, though. So it seems like so far things are going great, and I think they will. But,
okay, awesome. So as an experienced player, do you have any words of advice or wisdom for this particular system?
For this particular system, probably just come to the table with what you want to play. Like if you want to be an elf, warrior, come to the table knowing that. And then don't get bogged down on all the feats and the things that are going to come later, because that's going to come naturally. Just come with an idea of what you want to play and come with an attitude like, hey, we're going to have fun. And that's another thing I love about Dungeons & Dragons and Pathfinder in general. It's a team sport. Everybody at the table is working together to accomplish one goal, whether it's one battle or whether it's rescuing a princess. Everybody's working together, and that kind of teamwork is also fun. And to see that in this game is fun because I can see how the characters and the abilities are kind of meshing together. So it's going to be fun to see how it plays out when it comes to the teamwork and the whole adventuring party.
Awesome. So last question.
Okay.
And I want you to give me.
I got more in me.
That's great.
Away.
That's great, brother.
Right.
Let's give me the skinny on this one. So you say that you and the DM are really good friends. You guys have been best friends for how long now?
About 20 years.
20 years. That's a good amount of time. Tell me, honestly, what can he do to be a better DM?
Ooh, actually, I used to be a DM, and I used to DM a lot, and then I met Jimbo, and so now I'm just like, no, dude, you're much better than me. You DM, you know. I mean, he really is good, and that's one of the reasons, you know. And every once in a while, he'll get burnt out on DMing, so I'll step in, but it's always very short-lived because he's such a good DM. You know, he immerses himself in the characters. You know, he understands storytelling, the linear arc that needs to happen, you know. So he's got a lot going on. So as far as what could he do better, probably order more pizza.
All right. So it is Tiger Chaplin's official opinion that the current DM, Jimbo, needs to order more food for the party. That way the party can do better. I think that Tiger has definitely earned his heroic hero point for this game, and we want to thank you very much. I appreciate it, Tiger. We'll see you next time.
All right, thanks.